doing to the street?
We're fixing it. What the hell does it look like?
You telling me the street fell apart in 2 days?
Well, I guess so.
Pardon me, but that's bullshit. See, I don't think anything's wrong with the street. I think you're just trying to justify your inflated budgets. Now, I want you to admit there's nothing wrong with the street.
You, pal, huh?
But I'll give you something to fix.
Jesus, man, what the hell? Here! What are you... Hey, Charlie!
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. We have one superpower on this program, and that is that we are alive and we pay attention and we are able to predict what is going to happen based on pattern recognition. And that is what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. And we've been playing you this clip for a very, very long time. This is a clip of Donald Trump after his arrest in Fulton County. He gets a mugshot. This is supposed to humiliate and destroy the man. Instead, it causes the people to march into the streets in impoverished, majority-minority Fulton County and literally dance and cheer for Donald Trump, screaming, "Free my boy Trump," and Fanny done effed up. This is what the people were cheering from the streets. Now, we are the only program to ever, bring you this clip or to really highlight it. We made it go thermonuclear viral, got it 20 million views. But the point is that Donald Trump is something totally and completely special inside of our political zeitgeist. He's something that we've never seen before. He animates people, and he reaches into populations of people that have not been touched in politics. Not touched in the way that, well, Joe Biden might have touched them, might have sniffed them, but Donald Trump actually moves people, right? He's inspiring. He causes people to live better lives and have a better outlook on the future, and that motivates people to show up for him as he shows up for them. Joe Biden causes depression. Donald Trump inspires hope. And we saw that this morning, actually, on the streets of New York City, shockingly. Early in the morning, about 1 hour ago, Donald Trump went and visited a construction site in New York. Now, this isn't Donald Trump's construction site. That would be kind of cheating, right? Donald Trump isn't building a skyscraper here. He's simply visiting a skyscraper being built by, Lord knows, some hedge fund and, a bunch of BlackRock money and everything, and they pump it in and they build a skyscraper, right? That's how buildings get built these days. Donald Trump isn't visiting his construction site. I think that's really important. Donald Trump's simply visiting a construction site in New York City before his trial. So he's on his way to court. And Donald Trump greeted union workers as he headed into court. He stopped his motorcade and talked with the workers. Now, this wasn't pre-planned. Meaning, we follow all these announcements. There wasn't some big campaign announcement. Trust me, we're on the press list, right? We hear when Donald Trump's going to be doing an official rally or an official visit. This is not an official visit. This was Donald Trump spontaneously showing up. And the workers are literally wearing MAGA hats. Donald Trump is doing interviews and the workers are streaming off the job to see him, a wall of people waiting to see Donald Trump. Look at this. This is what it looked like. Never seen anything like this before. Biden visits Manhattan, a city that he won by 75% and gets booed into oblivion. Trump visits and gets a hero's welcome. Look at the number of people showing up in the streets for Donald Trump. Really remarkable. When you get up close, you can listen to the chants. "We want Trump" is what the union workers were chanting.
Let's go, Trump!
It's amazing. It's inspiring. This is Donald Trump's campaign spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt, saying Joe Biden is sleeping. President Trump is meeting union workers on the job and ripping into the fake news. Pick your fighter, America. Donald Trump right here with the press gathered around. Ladies and gentlemen, this was pretty beautiful to see happen live. Again, the people surrounding Trump at this site were obviously they're workers. They have their hard hats on. And really, the differences between the two men that want to leave the country have never been more stark.
We want Trump! We want Trump! We want USA!
So the Trump campaign obviously getting out and demonstrating the difference between Donald and Joe Biden. This is Jason Miller, senior advisor for Donald Trump. I think we know who's actually going to win the votes of union workers. That's exactly right. Here's Donald Trump working the union line with a big orange construction barricade, right here. Donald Trump, a man of the people. Look at him cheer. Look at him holler. Meanwhile, Joe Biden can't fill chairs in his hometown where they have to put up pipe and drape in order to shrink the size of the room because so few people show up for Joe Biden. People don't even stand up for Joe Biden. Meanwhile, the unions are standing up for Donald Trump. Here's what the union head had to say about the prospect of a next Trump presidency.
Poll in my union, President Trump is leading Joe Biden 3-1 on my presidential poll out of my 9,000 members right now. We are very tired of the situation with groceries, inflation, gas prices, illegal immigration, crime. We're living it every day in New York City.
And many of those people, you guys who are out here, are lifelong Democrats, like who you just heard from. That's not going to be the case, okay, for many of those construction workers. And that gives you a pulse on what average, everyday Americans are feeling. In terms of President Joe Biden, who just got a union endorsement yesterday in D.C., one of the things the president said about former President Trump is that he doesn't connect with blue-collar, average American workers. But we saw quite a different scene out here today in New York City.
Yeah, quite a different scene, and also Donald Trump taking questions from the press. When was the last time Joe Biden did that? Donald Trump actually, taking questions from the press.
Important is the union vote, and you're here in New York City, you're talking with these members. Do you think you can maybe change some of their minds if they were lifelong Democrats to vote for you?
I think these maybe were Democrats, but for me, they're a Republican. There's not a Democrat in there. These are people. Look at that building. Look what we can do. We built a lot of great buildings in the city with these people. And they've given me great support. They're really amazing. You know what? They're very, very talented people. They don't get the credit for it. Very few people can do what they do. We used to do 3 floors a week in concrete, and it was guys like this that did it. So it's very amazing.
Donald Trump actually knows how to talk with these people. He is one of these people. Donald Trump himself is a builder, and that's why he relates. This is why blue-collar Americans want change in November, says Byron Donalds. Joe Biden, radical Democrats have destroyed the standard of living and made us less safe. This is unacceptable. This didn't have to happen. We're going to win in November. Obviously, pretty shocking to listen into the heart of Manhattan chanting USA, USA, we want Trump. Pretty alarming thing to wake up to, but it's been happening, actually, throughout New York. Not just in downtown, but also in the boroughs. Here in Harlem, of course, you'll remember from last week, people chanting 4 more years as Donald Trump shows up to a bodega, takes photos, stops, and takes photos with the NYPD, begging him for a photograph. When was the last time a cop begged Joe Biden for a photograph? When was the last time anyone begged Joe Biden for a photograph? Look up here is Donald Trump at the base of this construction site. Looks kind of like a cool design back there. I don't really know what they're building, but look at the union workers there. Look at the guy in the hard hat. Donald Trump, there you go, spotted Donald Trump mugshot shirt. Okay, that's badass. What happens when Joe Biden meets union workers? That's a good question. Last time that Joe Biden met somebody with a hard hat on, this happened. Joe Biden said the guy was full of S and argued with him, punched his finger into his chest, and told him he doesn't work for him.
Hours under the Trump administration, I'd like you to explain how you plan to not only keep us working, but how you intend on getting the union vote when there's a large portion of the union workers that are gun enthusiasts, and you are actively trying to diminish our Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of
All right, thank you.
No, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment, just like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. And from the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon. I'm not taking your gun away at all.
You need 100 rounds.
So when you were with Beto, when you said you're going to take our guns, that
I
means
did
what?
not say that. That's not true. I did not say that.
It's a viral video.
It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out that are simply a lie.
Your voice, you said that you're taking the guns.
Well,
he just clarified
it. Wait. Take the AR-14s.
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Hey, let's
don't tell me anything, pal. I want to go outside.
There's a lot of guys.
You're
wanted.
man.
I'm not worried.
Hold
on.
So much.
Give me a break, man. Don't be
You're
such a
pushing
horsey
up on me.
Hey, there's a lot of
Hey.
Speak to Joe.
Look, here's the deal.
Go.
Here's the deal. Are you able to own a machine gun?
Why on a machine gun?
I said, are you able to own one? I'm the law.
Machine guns are illegal.
That's right. So AR-15's illegal.
How is that in a machine gun?
No, it's not.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, do you need 100 rounds? Do you need 100 rounds?
In America from handguns and there are what you
Oh, wow.
Why are you advocating for a
remember, they dropped
after
after that interaction where Joe Biden talks about his AR-14 and machine guns and calling an AR-14 a machine gun, calling that construction worker a horse's ass, saying he's full of shit, and yelling at him, punching, saying he doesn't work for him. Remember, they dropped COVID right after that. Everyone locked down, quick! No lockdowns outside of the Biden event in New York. Just as a interesting aside, Joe Biden, who would never dare walk the streets of New York like Donald Trump just did. This is what it looked like with protesters outside of Joe Biden's fundraiser in New York, poorly attended fundraiser in New York City. That was, of course, doubled in the amount raised by Donald Trump just a week later. $25 million for Joe Biden, $50 million for Donald Trump. Look at the number of protesters. I didn't see any protesters for Donald Trump. Look at these are the protesters for Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. This was, of course, the side-by-side from this week. We took this photo. This is the number of people that showed up for Joe Biden at a campaign rally in Tampa, and this is what it looks like from Donald Trump's window in New York. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, who are the people's president? Why don't you tell me, Joe Biden? Joe Biden just spoke to union workers yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
What we can do next. 4 more years. Pause.
4 more years. Pause. All right. Yeah. Got it. Man of the people. Okay. Man of the people. The choice has never been more clear. And quite frankly, never been more stark and dire. As you see, the economic data also from this morning, the contraction of the American economy, the American dream being out of reach for so many young people, the chances to buy a house, to earn a living, to get along, and to achieve what even your parents achieved is now totally out of reach. People are sick of it. They're sick of going broke, buying groceries, buying gas, like paying their mortgage if they're even lucky enough to have one at 7-8%. Yeah, it's unsustainable. And something needs to break, and something needs to be fixed, and that is Donald Trump 2024 getting it all started. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay based.